Somebody asked me how I got so broke. Investing in my dreams. You know, when you're investing in your dreams and you dream big, you're always going to be broke. You'll have a lot of shit, but I don't have no money for nobody else. That's what you call broke. But that's what it is.
Hey, welcome to Estevan TV. I'm at PushGapRadio.com.
PushGapRadio.com. Bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. PushGapRadio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
PushGapRadio.com, Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Live from Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth, PushGap Radio.
You can't how Dallas, Fort Worth.
PushGapRadio.com in Dallas and Fort Worth. Welcome to another edition of Shaka 4-1 in the main event with Jackie O. 50 Cent says Dame Dash is broke and owes over $10 million. So he also wants to give his chain away to whoever buys his stake in Roc-A-Fella Records for back child support and back taxes. 3 people you should fear: the I, the aura, and the S. Today we got a wild one going for you. 2 legends in the game, 50 Cent and Dame Dash. Rumor has it 50 has made some bold claims about Damon Dash being broke. You know, 50 troll everybody, fam. 50 bars none when it comes to him getting on going at you, you understand? Damon Anthony Dash is an American entrepreneur and record executive. He co-founded Roc-A-Fella Records with Jay-Z and Kareem Burke back in 94. He also co-founded the fashion retailer Rocawear back in 1999. You remember Rocawear used to be everywhere, like FUBU and whatnot. 50 Cent is known for being blunt. We all know that. But these claims about Dame Dash's financial situation are making waves. For those unfamiliar, Dame Dash was a key player in the rise of Roc-A-Fella Records back there with Jay-Z in the late 90s and the early 2000s. He was on top of the world. But as you well aware, things have changed. You just heard Dame Dash explaining how he became broke. Chasing his dream. How many of you have had the opportunity in your life to chase your dream? Or has life just beat you down? 50 also says about Dame Dash that he just ain't got it like that no more. Say, trust me. I've been in the game long enough to know who's still eating and who's just scraping by. 50 said Dame Dash is broke. And he recalls a story where Dame Dash dismissed a $1 million deal he had with Eminem and Dre. Check it out.
First of all, it's tax half. Okay, that's $500,000 right then and there. Boom. So now you got $500,000 left. The first thing you got to do is get a nice car. My truckity truck. And there's $100,000. Now you got 4 left. You got to get your jewelry game up. And things are costing a lot lately. I like necklaces. So let's say you spend $100 on the low ball side. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to keep up with everyone else. So now you got, what, $300,000 left. You got to get a place to live, and you don't have good credit because you're just coming from the street. So you got to drop more than 20%. I'm at home, baby. So now you got about $250 left. Now your homeboys think you got way more than you have, and you got to look out for everybody on your block. So put 50 to that. You got to keep your fresh together. I love my Gucci fits. They telling me. So you're going to spend 50 on fresh. Your sneakers, you got to pop tags every single day. So put 50 on that.
Get your pair of these right here.
You have an overhead where you have to maintain all these things every month. So now you might have $20,000 in bills every single day. You know what I'm saying? And there it is. It's gone. There's no more money. It's a wrap.
So, yeah, I mean, after taxes, the expensive lifestyle you live in, to some people, $1 million really ain't a lot of money. But if you think that, that means you're going to utilize the money from the mindset of a consumer. That's plenty of loot for someone with an investor's mindset or with business savvy. It has been reported that Dame owes $8.7 million in unpaid taxes and penalties from personal income he reported from 2005 and 2018. Someone asked, is this the same Dame Dash 10 years ago that tried to make DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God on the Breakfast Club feel bad about working a 9 to 5? Remember he said he didn't wear the same clothes twice, that he wore socks once, threw them away, that he wore his white T-shirts once and threw them away? Wonder how that's working out for you now. It's always the folks screaming about being a boss end up being broke. When the last time you heard Bill Gates or Warren Buffett screaming about how rich he is? and that he him.
So why this can't be all work? This corporate America, we could be
You
using
don't
this.
own it.
But I'm
telling you. No, I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why. Question. Let me answer your question. Can you give it to your son?
Can I give what to my son?
Whatever you
Shares
working
of this
for.
company? I
Yeah.
absolutely positively can.
How?
How? Because I own shares of this
You
company.
bought them?
Yes.
What I'm saying is, can your son eat? Is this yours to give the whole company
This
to
full
you?
company is
I'm
not
asking
my
you-
son's. No.
Exactly.
It's not.
If your son needs a job here, can you give it to him? No.
No.
If your son needs to get some money out the bank from here, some cash flow, can you get it?
No.
All right, you don't own this.
But I can take
Stop.
the, I
I'm
can
just
take the
telling
money
you.
from here to invest in myself.
No, it's not yours. I'm not gonna fight for something I don't own. Men don't do that. I don't fight for other niggas. I fight for me. I'm not a doula. I'm not gonna build somebody else's company and then pick shares so my son can. All that.
See, but I'm not
No,
fighting for
listen.
this company,
Listen,
though.
what I'm saying.
But what about taking the money?
You come to work
You
every
took the
day.
money from Def Jam.
I didn't take. Wait, stop. Don't say. See,
come
you're
to
speaking
work
my
because I
business and you
enjoy
don't know what you're talking about. I ain't take no money from Def Jam. What you talking
I mean-
about? When we were with Def Jam, they were bought by Universal. How you gonna call Def? How you gonna think someone that's bought by someone could be someone's boss? That's my point. You have to understand what you're doing in business because you got to do what's best for your kids. What's best for your kids is to put your money into something. The stress, go through all of it. So when your child becomes a man, he doesn't have to work for nobody.
Right, well, that's the
you
whole
can
thing.
just pass it to him.
Now you talk about.
So if you're gonna work 20 years in a business or 15 years in the business every day over and over again, and your son can't work here whenever he feel like it, you clowning to me.
I don't want him to work
But that's
here.
me. I'm not
the
saying
thing.
you.
I'm
If
here
you
because
owned
I
it, wait a
enjoy it.
second.
I'm here because I
Time
enjoy it.
out.
I don't need a check
That's
here.
stupid. You should
That's
be.
like Murder Moose.
Time
He
out.
rap because he enjoy it, not because he want a check.
You're wrong.
I'm here because
I like the
enjoy
check.
it.
Wait, time out.
I'm here because I
Time
enjoy
out.
it.
Time
I don't
out.
need
You're
a check.
lying.
No, I'm serious. I don't need a
Before
check.
you lose your control,
No,
just
you say
stay
do your
focused.
like you say, do your
So
homework.
here, listen
Do
to
your
me.
homework. I'm
So
working because I enjoy
why don't you
it.
listen?
I would work here for free.
Who could work? Would you ever enjoy being a slave?
I'm not. It's not a slave. This is what I enjoy.
I don't think this is
enjoy
slavery,
DJing.
Dave.
Do you have to come to work today?
this.
Do you have a
I enjoy
choice?
this.
Do you have to ask somebody when you have to?
anything.
Yes,
I
you do.
don't. I don't.
Or
I
you're
honestly
fired.
don't.
Can somebody tell you you're
I
fired?
honestly don't.
Can somebody tell you you're fired? Yes or no? Can another man say you're fired?
Absolutely.
No one can tell me that. And that's priceless to me.
Rich folk ain't got to do that. The Roc-A-Fella auction, which was held August 29th of 2024, which was my sainted mother's birthday, also the birthday of Michael Jackson. Rest in peace to the both of you from Gary, Indiana. The Roc-A-Fella auction, which was held August 29th of 2024, was being held to satisfy an $823,000 judgment against Dame, who it was won by a movie producer, Josh Weber, in a civil lawsuit over a failed film partnership. But New York City Department of Social Services got first shot at Dame's money, since Dame also owes a total of $145,000 in unpaid child support. Dame Dash explained the current state of his business dealings and why that has led to problems with him paying child support. Again, he owes over $8.7 million in unpaid taxes, which we can probably attribute most of that shit to interest. You know, the IRS gonna pile it on. The interest is continuing to accrue because of the lack of resources to be able to pay it off completely. Here's Dame Dash explaining why he cannot pay his child support.
Now, man, listen, it says here, Dame Dash has decided to claim broke as he attempts to negotiate child support payments for his daughter with ex-wife Rachel Roy. The Roc-A-Fella Records co-founder is asking the court to lower his payments to $428.
What? What the fuck?
Come on, Dame Dash, $428? Man, listen, the guy flipping fries at McDonald's is paying more child support than that. Come on, man.
Get him out of here!
Now, he says that he wants it lowered to $428 a month from his current $3,000 a month because he alleges that he cannot afford it no more due to struggling business ventures.
Get him out of here!
He also claims he only made $5,140 for all of 2022. Come
Get
on,
him out of
man.
here!
Hey, yo, Dame Dash, listen, man. Aren't you the guy that taught Jay-Z business? What's going on here, man?
Get him out of here!
In a filed motion, New York's Department of Taxation and Finance asked to legally intervene in the proceedings ahead of the August 29th auction, in which the United States Marshal Service will auction off Dame's 33.3% interest in Roc-A-Fella Records. Dame has faced several financial challenges over the years, from losing his home to owing back taxes, and the Roc-A-Fella auction will have a minimum bid of $1.2 million. The sale will be for Dash's stake in Roc-A-Fella Inc., an entity whose primary asset is Jay-Z's iconic debut album, Reasonable Doubt. The rest of the catalog of music released by Roc-A-Fella, which dissolved in 2013, isn't involved. Owners of the other two-thirds of Roc-A-Fella Records, like I told you, was Jay-Z, Sean Carter, and Kareem Burke. They've already tried to stop the auction, including making some changes to the company's bylaws and intervening in the lawsuit, but a federal judge rejected that opposition back in February. Is 50 Cent being too harsh on Dame? When you come at the king, you bet not miss. Dame done talked a whole lot of shit to a whole lot of people, man. Dame has always prided himself on being a hustler and an entrepreneur who builds empires. So he says. He had a pretty good run for a little while. And it's messed up because, he's stuck between a rock and a hard place. And a lot of people are saying, Dame Dash broke ain't the same as yo broke. Dame has always maintained that despite his financial hiccups, he's still in control of his business ventures and is focused on his legacy, not just immediate wealth. That's what he says. But you got 50 stirring the pot, baby. It looks like this beef is far from over. Dame Dash's brand has always been about independence, him being a boss. So they say to call him broke is a little more complex. His money might not be liquid, but it don't mean he out of the game. Again, 50 got a history of taking shots at people, but he usually knows what the hell he's talking about. Ain't nobody came at him yet. But still, it's hard to say if Dame is just trying to start drama, or if 50 is just trying to start drama, or if there's some truth behind his words. You don't know what rich people be going through, man. I work for a company called YPO here in Irving, Texas. Young Presidents Organization. You had to be a millionaire. You had to have $5 million, 500 employees in your company, and you had to have 2.2 kids and be married. It was a club for millionaires, basically. They scheduled different things around the country, different events for them to attend. Why? Because only millionaires can talk to other millionaires about that amount of money. According to them, your brain can't grasp that. Millions, billions of dollars when your ass toting home 40, 50, 60 bands a damn year. You don't understand the problems of people with money like that. So they have to get around other people that are as rich as them. But again, you don't hear from a lot of people that have assets or may be as rich as Dame Dash. They say the more money you make and the fact that he's broke still ain't your broke. More money, more problems. A lot of times when you make that type of money, you may fumble the bag. But again, it's not the same as a regular person, that makes 50, 60, 70, even $100,000 a year. 100 bands a year, that person can skip out on their tax bill or mess up, and you can recover from that. It's much more difficult to be able to recover when you owe $8.7 million and you ain't bringing it in like you used to. You know what I'm saying? But again, how much of that, of the $8.7 million is interest? You know how the IRS does it. So to do some quick math, Dame Dash owes $145,000 in back child support, $872,000 in a lawsuit, and $8.7 million in change in back taxes. That's $9.7 million to be exact. Damn near $10 million you owe. How you gonna pay that? Never really understood Dame Dash, man. I kind of felt bad for him back around the first 2 or 3 years after the breakup with Jay-Z and Roc-A-Fella. But he was pretty much blackballed from the music industry. However, most people don't like his arrogance. You know what I'm saying? How you're condescending and talking down to people because you got it. Probably a time in your life you didn't have it. You know, they say folk change when they get money. The real you comes out. How come he never tried to pivot from the music and entertainment business to something else? Is what I don't understand. Diversify. You know, like Magic Johnson with all those businesses, like Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq Daddy. Take your money and go into other things besides that which you dwell in. People say he always seems to be peddling some terrible movies, a clothing line, or some kind of entertainment platform. Remember the movie State Property? State Property 2 with rapper Benny Siegel? Get down or lay down, baby. One of my favorite movies. Especially after Roc-A-Fella was sold, I don't know why he didn't invest the money in real estate or something other than the hip-hop industry, or where hip-hop didn't have any influence. Again, diversify, branch out. Seems like since 2004, all Dame has been doing is defending himself against the perception everyone has had of him after Jay-Z as his business partner. Now, the child support and back taxes fees are ridiculous for someone who used to be worth more than $400 million and had such an influence on music, culture, and fashion. They say that's probably why Jay-Z kicked his ass to the curb. You don't know how to work your loop, fam. $400 million, nigga? Again, you remember him doing the interview on The Breakfast Club 10 years ago, which he said that people who go to a 9 to 5 is a damn fool because they could be doing more for themselves than what their job is doing. Funny how things in this life come back to bite you in your ass. He said he was building an empire for his son. Well, his son might have to get a 9 to 5 like the rest of us now. That is funny in itself. So, is Dame Dash really broke? Or is it just 50 Cent being, well, 50 Cent? Only time will tell. For now, it looks like this is another chapter in the long history of hip-hop feuds with both sides standing their ground. It's kind of sad to see a legend like Benny Siegel working his own food truck. It's been said Damon Dash screwed Benny Siegel around. Said Benny should be a rich record exec with his feet kicked up somewhere. So is 50 Cent out of line, or does 50 Cent have a point? Stay tuned for more updates on this story as it develops, and let us know in the comments whose side you're on. PushGapRadios.com. Never average, never mediocre, online, on point, and on the money. Pray until something happens. God always provides. At PushGapRadios.com, the power is in the name. PushGapRadios.com. Dallas, baby. And we're out.